Substitute teachers. Let's admit it, I hate them, you hate them, we all hate them. Nah, I'm just yanking your proverbial chain. I love substitute teachers. Most of the time it's a free day in class and you can just dick around without any repercussions. However, those are the fun substitute teachers. Of course, that's not what I'm talking about today. Today I'm going to share some stories about my not so fun substitute teacher experiences. So sit back, think about your life, and let me tell you some stories, damn it. Let's start by going chronologically up the shit spectrum. So I'll start off in my 5th grade year. 5th grade was the year we started rotating classes. Our science, history, math, and language arts was taught by our homeroom teacher. Now our history teacher was old as fuck. She also happened to be in my homeroom, which meant that she was also my language arts teacher. Now I love this teacher, but that's not who we're going to talk about. Read the title, dumbass. So it was about the end of the school year and the history teacher was gone. God probably realized how old she was and turned her to the Thanos dust, who knows. But the reason isn't important. We had a sub. Now the sub was fine, she didn't do anything I was against, and she seemed nice. However, it all changed when we went to the end of the day homeroom. We all used to have name tags on our desk, probably because the dementia was kicking in for the teacher, and those name tags left a very sticky residue on the table. Stickiest shit I've ever felt. It was like if Slimer jizzed on my desk and then coated it with honey. Now, being the boy genius that I was, I'd found the best way to get off this gunk was to use a sharp object and scrape it off forcefully. Now, I was considering not using scissors because I didn't want to scratch the desk to hell, so I got out a very dull pencil and proceeded to use the tip to scratch the jizz off my desk. I must have been drawing a Confederate flag without me knowing because not even 2 seconds later, the sub comes over and gets all up on my grill. She yells, and I quote, "That's destruction of property. Can you afford this desk?" "I don't think so. That's vandalizing. Nobody leaves here until you clean this desk." I'm sitting there shitting my pants while the substitute rambles. Carefully take my eraser and erase the graphite left on the table. And wouldn't you know it, that shit came off easier than water comes out of water. I don't know. It probably took her longer to yell her head off than it did for me to actually perform the task of erasing the pencil lid along with the gunk I loosened up. Let me show you how easy it was. And to address her points real quick, no damage was done to the property. The quote-unquote vandalization was taken care of in 0.2 milliseconds. But she probably was right. I couldn't have afforded the desk, because they don't sell things from the goddamn Great Depression anymore. Now I have one more substitute story for now. This one happened just 1 year later in 6th grade. Let me give you some context. It's 6th grade. You're now in middle school. New building, new year, new me. Now I wasn't a bad kid, at least I tried not to be. I was going to make 6th grade my bitch. However, the opposite was true, because this substitute was our math teacher for 6 months. Now, I think the original math teacher had hip surgery or something, which put her bedbound for 6 months. Thanks a lot. You ruined my 6th grade experience. Let me tell you about the sub, though. Oh my god, she made me want to blow my brains out. She hated me. I didn't understand why. I did nothing wrong. It was probably the hair, though. I could see that. I still, to this day, don't know what it was that made her hate me so much. But I digress. I could probably talk about all the things she did to make my life hell all day, but I'll spare you and only tell you one instance so you can get a taste. Now, before I start, I must mention to you that this sub was the mom of one of my students in my class. And I have to say, I'm sorry for you. Not really, though. Alright, this all begins on the day of a math quiz. Everyone's stressing about this all day, and I'm straight chilling like a villain because I'm a pimp. I get done with my quiz early because it was easy as shit, so I decided to pull out my colored pencils and paper because I'm also an artist on the side of being a pimp. I immediately throw out the white and black ones because we are racially equal on this channel, and begin drawing a sweet-ass dragon. I must have spent like 15 minutes on my drawing, and it was intense. I had finally finished my rectum-looking dragon, and I was really happy with my work. Now, the teacher only had one rule during tests, and that was no talking. And I guess cheating if that was your thing. So I respected that rule and politely tapped on my buddy's shoulder who sat next to me. He was also done with the test too, and I probably snapped him out of his crying. I hold up my picture on display very discreetly as I don't want to distract other people that are still testing. My buddy examines my Picasso, nods his head, and gives me a thumbs up. Lo and behold, who comes barging in? The substitute teacher. She interrupts the entire class as she yells my name from across the room. She gets up, and takes my drawing. She then sits back down and yells, "No talking." The fuck? Bitch, did your dog ass hear me say one word? Probably with your crackhead hearing. So I sit there with a stupid look on my face while everyone stares at me for the rest of the hour until finally the bell rings. I tell my friends about what happened and we decide we'll just go pick it up from her at the end of the day. So that is what we do. All three of us walk down to the math room and hesitantly walk into the depths of hell. To our surprise, she wasn't in there. However, two other students were, one of them including her son. So we asked if they had seen any dope-ass drawings laying around, and they both shook their heads. Now we start looking around the room. We make sure not to touch anything that wasn't ours because we actually respect other people's property unless their slimers come on it. We check the floor, on the bookshelves, around her desk, up my ass. Guess where we found it? In the trash. Man, look at that respect. Not even in the recycling, you inconsiderate bitch. I didn't even care because I was just happy I got it before the janitors did. We got what we came for and left the room. Guess who we see coming down the hall right towards us? Satan. She glares at us all the way to her room as we walk past her. We make it a good way down the hall to the door before I hear my name getting screamed at me down the hall. Just my name though, nobody else's. We all three turn around though and I ask her what's up. I'm gonna quote again so you can cite me in your paper later. She yelled this, but I'm not going to because my mom is beating my younger brother in the other room and I don't want her to turn on me next. She yelled, "You were looking through my desk. That is confidential. No student is ever allowed to rummage through a teacher's desk, no matter the circumstances. That is just very disrespectful. I should have you all sent to the principals to learn some common decency, you hear?" I just nod and flip her the bird through the drawing she kindly put up in her house. Now I figured out why she blew up on us after. Apparently, her son and his friend who were in the room watching us look for the drawing said that we were rummaging through her desk. All I have to say to them is, screw you, and screw substitute teachers. I guess the moral of the story is to appreciate all your teachers and the hard work that they put in. Also, snitches get fucking stitches, bitch!